Welcome to the MIT Leadership Center video series. It is my pleasure to introduce today Alberto Avendano, the executive editor of Tiempo, Latino, the sister publication of the Washington Post. Alberto, welcome. Thank you for joining us. You have really been a pioneer in journalism, a real leader in the field. And I guess the first question that I would ask is, what kind of leader are you?
I see myself as somebody who lives in between worlds. I populate what poet Octavio Paz used to call the configuration of the unaccomplished, meaning between words there is a space, between the now and then there is a space. And I populate that world with my eyes put in what comes. So somehow, all my life, and it has been a very complicated multi-platform life with literature, with lecturing on poetry, with managing a theater group, with handling a daily TV show, which means that I learn how to die and come back to life every day from Monday through Friday. So that life has prepared me to the kind of leader that I am. That one that lives, loves, performs, works in the now, but as if I were already in the place where I want to go.
It sounds as if diversity and the idea of being in a minority community
Yes.
has played a role in your leadership. And I wonder if you could expand a little bit on how that identity has played out in your leadership development.
It is complex and it is simple at the same time. It is the history of the United States of America. Right now we are reaching a tipping point where you are going to see around yourself in this country is a simple question. How the hell do you mainstream? You don't. It's what it is. Mm-hmm. And then you manage reality. That's what you have to do as a CEO of the corporation, as a politician. Let's talk about El Tiempo Latino. Let's talk about Hispanic publication, Hispanic media in the United States. What I had is that my vision was, if I am media, if I am a newspaper, if I am in Washington, D.C. metropolitan area, my referent is the Washington Post. Mm-hmm. So how do I go from here to there? Establishing a relationship. It's a human phenomenon. Business is about emotions and relationships. And I was lucky enough that at the Washington Post at the time in the newsroom, there was a core group that were already interested in reaching out to the Hispanic audience that they were losing.
Okay, but it sounds like also you met a core business need for them in reaching out to a community that's a large community, Correct. A growing community. Would that be fair?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Definitely, we fulfill the business need. I remember talking with a great gentleman that I consider my mentor in the whole process. He will say sometimes, well, you know, we have gone to certain neighborhoods, certain zip codes in the metropolitan area of Washington, D.C. Boxes of the Washington Post were filled up with papers. Nobody would pick them up. Your boxes were empty. And we saw the process, and we saw the relevancy of your publication, and we saw how you are a carrier of not only messages, news, and products, but also a reference, a brand. So what that means is that we are losing not exactly the actual reader that you can be less preoccupied with, but we are losing the future. Because if you don't brand yourself today to these communities, your brand is going to suffer in the future. You are talking to a mainstream. You are managing the now in order to make it happen when the pieces of the puzzle come to place.